This is John Valenty coming to you from San Diego, California. I've been flying radio-controlled airplanes all my life, and I'm very fortunate to live next to Torrey Pines, California, which is a world-famous cliff that can support full-scale aircraft as well as radio-controlled gliders. Now, I've got with us a very special guest today. I've got the designer of a world-class radio-controlled airplane, and let me show you a little bit about this, what this thing can do. Check this out. This is flying off the updraft at Torrey Pines, California. So the wind hits a cliff and goes up, creates a bubble of air, and look what this plane can do. Incredible. Well, I've got a very special guest. I've got the designer of the Jester with us here in the studio. His name's Mike Franson. He's going to tell us about the Jester. Mike, thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here, John. It's taken a long time to get here. I've been designing this thing for 2 years now.
Hold this thing up.
Yeah, take a look at that thing.
Ooh, that is pretty.
And thank you. So
it looks as good in person as it does in the air.
Thanks.
What do people need to know about this airplane?
That it's super versatile for one.
Hold on. Can you go to the store and just buy one of these?
No, you go to majesticrc.us and get on the website and order one there. And you can see the pricing and availability and all that good stuff.
Well, rumor has it this is a waiting list about a mile long, so the availability is pretty rough.
Yeah.
But if they get on the list now, maybe somebody could get one, in 2020 or whatever. They can try, right?
Yeah, they can try.
It's first come, first serve.
Yeah, basically. But I do have a waiting list.
It is beautiful. I gotta say, this is all composite, all carbon fiber?
All real carbon fiber, all molded.
It's made by hand or machines?
Made by hand, by me. And I hand sign every one. I don't know if you can show the people out there. So there's a signature there. And they're all signed and numbered. And I do custom orders. And they're available in fiberglass or carbon fiber, which this is the carbon fiber model.
And Mike, I got a quick question. I saw a plane that looked just like this one in a very scary midair collision some weeks ago. Was that this airplane?
It was actually that airplane.
And this thing is still in one piece?
It's still in one piece, yeah.
How bad was the damage? It went down the cliff. Like how many feet?
Well, the cliff is 350 feet above sea level, and it went about a third of, I don't know, maybe
100 feet or so?
100 feet or so, yeah. And smacked right into the side of the cliff.
Any permanent damage?
No permanent damage. It survived, and the other guy's plane survived with just a minor scratch. His plane actually was a Jester like this. This is the Jester version 2. Anyways, his plane, he was able to land the plane, and mine basically did a corkscrew and went into the side of the hill.
Man, this thing is just gorgeous. Here's the look at the elevator. What is this called? An elevator? What is this even called when it's a fixed mount like this?
That's just a standard V-tail. And
what are we looking at, Mike? This thing doesn't move, but what is that on the back? That doesn't look like carbon fiber.
No, that's a 3D printed tail adapter.
What?
A really key, cool feature of this airplane.
Yeah, I'll say that's cool. This is 3D printed.
3D printed, yeah.
So what does that do?
Well, so I'll show you. And this is one of the best things about this airplane is its ease to transport. So with the 3D printed tail adapter that we were just looking at, you can take these tail fins or tail feathers right off, and there's little pins there. And there's also a 3D printed root rib in here with little holes in it, and then there's the little pins.
Wait, show that up on that camera there. I want to see that root rib. Whoa, that is cool. So that's plastic
That's plastic.
and carbon fiber.
Yeah. There's
Wow.
so there
Very
are two
cool.
little holes in there. So you can take these right off, which is awesome. And then this part slides right off. It's a compression fit. And this is the actual tail, which holds the tail of the airplane.
Here, let's go to the table camera real quick. Wow. So you could fit this thing in a gun case, basically.
That's the idea. And that's a beautifully printed, super lightweight.
What are those pegs sticking out made of?
Those pegs are carbon fiber. So they're little
Awesome.
super strong, lightweight carbon fiber pins.
That is the coolest thing I've ever seen on
And
a
so-
radio-controlled glider.
Yeah. And then another cool thing about this airplane is that you can slide the wings right off.
Let me see that.
So you can go ahead and pull on that if you want to.
What? Wait, I see the root rib on that is red. What am I looking at?
You're
Let's
looking
look at the camera up there.
that.
Whoa.
That is a 3D printed root rib, and you can see the little pin sticking out of it.
Is that blue foam on the inside?
That's blue foam.
Oh, that is pretty.
So that little pin sticking out goes into a cam inside the fuselage, and that's the wing drive pin. That's what controls the airplane. And then we'll slide this other wing off real quick. Has the same thing. And so then you're left with the fuselage with a wing rod in it, or a wing joiner
Which,
pin.
of course, you can pull out,
You
right?
can pull that out, and then that will, all these pieces will pack neatly into a
Very
box.
small box. Wow.
Pretty small box. So
Mike, I want to get back to some flying here real quick. Can you talk us through what's going on here on the screen? All right, so here's the Jester. How much wind is blowing here?
right here is a pretty average day at Torrey Pines. It's about, I don't know, maybe 6 to 10 mile an hour, gust maybe 12, and so I'm just having some fun. I'm finding the groove and doing some aerobatic stuff. There's a nice quick roll for you. That's what you get when you have the pitcher on, which this plane is. Both the that's a nice move, one of my favorites. lots of fun.
Does this thing have any ballast or lead in it right now?
No lead, no ballast. It's just riding the wind, riding that updraft.
How
And
heavy is the plane right now?
the plane is about 25 ounces.
Incredible.
And I can make them lighter and I can make them heavier. But it's not really necessary. This plane flies so clean and efficient that just an average weight, which this one is really fast and really aerobatic in average flying winds.
So I've seen you out there in 5-6 knots of wind. Is that just because you're especially competent with this plane, or is this comfortable in 6 knots of wind?
It's comfortable in this amount of wind. You can fly it in even lighter wind. And you can fly it even in heavy wind. You can fly it in like 30 mile an hour
But
wind.
what about real light wind? I like to be able to fly when it's light out. Can this plane fly with the light stuff?
Oh, definitely. You can put the carbon fiber wing rod, joiner rod in it versus the steel, and you can save some weight there, and it will fly in 4 or 5 mile an hour winds all day long. So really light wind. It looks like a really fast, heavy plane, but it's actually not. It's a really lightweight plane. And only the wings move for control. There's no moving parts on the tail. So the airplane is really streamlined and really clean, as they say. And that makes me...
Show us the inside there. I want to see how those servos are set up here. Let me get to the... let's look at the table camera real quick. And... Show us the table camera's up there, so go ahead and show us the internals.
Okay. Here, I'll move this out of the way real quick. So these are the internals.
Okay.
And so inside of here, there's 2 servos. There's a receiver and a battery pack in the nose here. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn this on and show you guys how all of this works.
So let's go ahead and see what we've got going on here. Mike, show us how this thing works.
Okay, so I've got
let's use the table camera here.
All righty.
Here, I'll hold it for you
All
so
right,
you
there
can
you go.
demonstrate.
Awesome. So you can see inside of there are 2 servos.
Whoa, that's a lot of throw. And then what's up and down look like?
That's up. That's down.
Whoa. Now, do you need this much throw? Let me see how much throw this is.
That's what gives you the high speed rolls, which are so much fun.
Man.
So yeah, and then the wings can just slide right off, and you can put on different wings, different tails, because the tail slides off, the tail adapter and the tail feathers, and everything's modular. So that's one of the key features of this airplane, is to have it modular. If you break part of it, I can make a new one and send it out to you. And so there's replacement parts available, which is awesome for some of us pilots that have
a mishap.
a mishap, yeah.
But can the Jester, can it take a hit? I mean,
yeah. I mean,
how hard of a landing? Can you lawn dart this thing and then pick it up and throw it again?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
No kidding.
Yeah. The carbon fiber is extremely light, extremely strong.
What breaks first, like a Metal Gear servo or the plane?
We had talked earlier about that mid-air collision that I'd had, and actually the plastic servo arm broke before anything else broke. On impact, the servo control arm broke. And then the plane had no control because of that and spiraled out of the air and hit the ground. When it hit the ground, it didn't break.
But this actual plane, this same one,
this same one has literally fallen 100 feet out of the air and
didn't break.
Death dive and
That's
survived.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's take a minute, look at a little bit more flying here. So we've got the Jester, and here's Torrey Pines, California, and this is the Jester on about 10 or 12 knot day. Look at that. Big
loop-de-loops. One of my favorite moves. Maybe I'll do there was a quick roll. That's what I love to do. Blink of an eye rolls. They're a little inverted. Lots of fun. To be out in the outdoors like that, feel the ocean breeze in your face and the sunshine, and it's quiet and peaceful, and this airplane doesn't pollute. The only thing you have to do is watch out for the people flying, the paragliders and the hang gliders. Yeah, so it keeps you on your toes. That's the exciting part of it. You're not at home stuck in a chair behind a TV, or
right
out enjoying the elements, and it's a great fun thing to do. Yeah. And the airplane's beautiful to look at, and
I'll say
a lot of fun to fly. Lots of fun. For people that like to fly the drones and anything RC, like to do that, this is probably it's you're able to carve up whatever pattern or fly in any style you want. You can fly aggressive, you can fly mellow. This airplane will fly like a trainer. I can tone it down to where it's really easy to fly, or you can wick it up and make it really sensitive and agile as how it is now. But yeah, and on most normal days, you'll get this kind of wind, and you can go out there and you'll charge your batteries, which takes about 20 minutes, and fly for 2-3 hours, or as much as you can possibly handle.
Incredible. Mike, it's been a pleasure having you in the studio.
Thank you for having me.
This is a truly awesome experience seeing the Jester fly here, and also having you talk about the design and everything. So if somebody would like to get on the long waiting list to get a Jester, it's majesticrc.us. And if you visit majesticrc.us, you can get on the list. Mike, thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you coming by. We'll see you at Torrey Pines, California. This is John Valenty reporting from San Diego.
Thank you.